Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're tackling an absolutely wild hands-on hardware challenge. Picture this. You're digging through the back of a closet, or maybe looking at that old family computer collecting dust, and you pull out a Gigabyte H61 motherboard. Now, to most people, tech from over a decade ago looks exactly like e-waste. But today, we're looking at this board as a blank canvas. We're going to completely max out the Gigabyte H61 just to see what happens when you push legacy hardware to its absolute modern limits. It is the ultimate PC revival, and I am so pumped to walk you through exactly how we pull this off.
So that brings us to the big, burning question we're answering today. Can an H61 motherboard, originally dropped way back in 2011, actually run modern games and handle daily multitasking in 2026? I mean, this is a massive underdog story, right? We're talking about the ancient LGA 1155 socket. We're severely limited to older DDR3 memory, and if you're hoping for those ultra-fast modern M.2 NVMe storage slots, yeah, you won't find them anywhere near this board. The deck is totally stacked against us. But instead of throwing in the towel, we're going to carefully handpick the absolute best components this chipset can handle and build a seriously capable machine.
All right, let's move into our first phase, the brain, and maxing out our CPU limits. So the H61 chipset actually has a pretty hard performance ceiling. It can only support up to third-generation Intel processors. And on top of that, this specific motherboard chipset doesn't support overclocking, so dropping extra cache on an unlocked K-series processor, totally pointless. That makes the Intel Core i7-3770 the absolute best bang for your buck here. It gives us 4 cores and 8 threads. Now, I know that might sound a little modest by today's standards, but those 8 threads, that's the secret sauce. That's going to provide the essential multitasking power we need to keep everything feeling snappy and responsive in a modern operating system. Now, because we're dropping the most powerful chip possible into this older socket, it's definitely going to generate some heat. You absolutely want to ditch that tiny, whiny, old-school Intel stock cooler. Seriously, toss it. Our new strategy is swapping it out for a solid, budget aftermarket tower cooler. Think something like a Cooler Master Hyper 212 or just a standard deep cool air cooler. It's a super cheap upgrade, but it guarantees our maxed out i7 runs efficiently, actually hits those boost clocks consistently, and, crucially, stays whisper quiet while we're working or gaming. Oh, and before we move on to memory, I've got a massive pro tip for anyone trying this DIY revival at home. Listen closely. You absolutely must update your Gigabyte motherboard BIOS to the latest version while you still have an older compatible CPU installed. If you skip this and just drop your newly bought 3rd Gen i7 into an unupdated board and hit power, you're just going to be staring at a black screen. The board literally won't know how to talk to the new chip. So do yourself a favor and update that BIOS first. Next up, we are hitting the platform limits and navigating those pesky RAM and storage bottlenecks. 16. I want you to just think about that number for a second. This is honestly the biggest elephant in the room when you're dealing with the H61 platform. You only get 2 RAM slots on this board, and the chipset has a hard, unyielding cap of exactly 16 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. Period. In a world where 32 gigs is rapidly becoming the baseline for new builds, being stuck at 16 is a pretty tight constraint. So the real question is how we work around that limitation. If we only have 16 gigs to play with, we've got to make absolutely sure it's performing at its peak. We do this by dropping in 2 matching 8 gigabyte sticks of DDR3 memory. By filling both slots with matching capacities, we force the memory to run in dual-channel mode at 1600 MHz. This is huge because it effectively doubles our memory bandwidth compared to just using a single stick. It basically guarantees that our older i7 gets the data it needs as fast as this legacy platform can possibly push it. Okay, storage. This is our next major bottleneck. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 0 modern M.2 NVMe slots here. In fact, we're hard limited to standard SATA 2 speeds, which cap out at around 300 megabytes per second. Sounds rough, right? But here's the thing. Even with that SATA 2 limit, pulling out an old, clunky mechanical hard drive and throwing in a high-quality 2.5-inch SATA SSD is a night-and-day leap in performance. Since an SSD doesn't have to physically search for data on a spinning disk, your boot times, your app loading, and just the overall snappiness of Windows is going to feel shockingly modern. Moving on to our next section, the graphics and power upgrade, where we're adding modern muscle to legacy tech. You know, choosing a graphics card for an older system is entirely about balance. For this build, we're pairing our Core i7-3770 with an NVIDIA GTX 1650 4GB graphics card, and we're powering the whole thing with a reliable 450 to 550 watt 80+ bronze power supply.
So why the specific trio? Because it's literally the sweet spot for high efficiency and low bottlenecking. If we threw some massive ultra-tier modern GPU in here, the older CPU just wouldn't be able to keep up at all. But this trio, they work together in perfect harmony, and that bronze PSU gives us plenty of clean, stable headroom without blowing the budget.
The GTX 1650 is basically our secret weapon for this project. Since it's an entry-level modern card, it completely dodges that massive CPU bottleneck with our 3rd Gen i7. Plus, it is incredibly power efficient. A lot of these models don't even need extra power cables from the power supply. They just pull all the juice they need straight from the motherboard. It also runs remarkably cool, which is great for older PC cases that probably have terrible airflow. But most importantly, it handles crisp 1080p video playback flawlessly and is absolutely perfect for pushing high frame rates in modern esports games.
All right, let's quickly run through the actual assembly and bring this all together. Step 1, we carefully drop that i7-3770 CPU right into the LGA1155 socket. Step 2, we apply a fresh dot of thermal paste and mount our budget tower cooler to keep things icy. Step 3, we click in our dual-channel DDR3 RAM and wire up that totally transformative SATA SSD. And finally, step 4, we lock the GTX 1650 into the PCI slot, hook up our bronze PSU, and do some quick cable management. Boom, it's a super straightforward, honestly incredibly satisfying process of breathing life back into forgotten silicon.
And that brings us to the final section, the final verdict and our proof of life.
I am beyond thrilled to tell you that this experiment was a massive success. When you boot this revised machine up, that combo of the SSD and the 8-thread i7 makes web browsing feel virtually instant. If you're coding or just knocking out daily tasks, it is incredibly snappy. But the real joy? The gaming. We fired up popular esports titles like Valorant, Counter-Strike, and Minecraft, and this system delivered beautifully smooth, fantastic frame rates at 1080p. We literally took a dusty, forgotten board from 2011 and turned it into a highly functional, legitimately fun daily driver for 2026.
I really want to leave you with the core takeaway of this entire explainer. Before you throw away your older hardware, look into maximizing it. It might just surprise you. We live in a world where electronic waste is becoming a huge problem. And honestly, there is something so profoundly rewarding about making smart, targeted upgrades. You don't always need to drop thousands of dollars on the absolute latest gear to have a great experience. Sometimes you just need a solid strategy, a little bit of thermal paste, and the right components to unlock the hidden potential of the tech you already own. Which leaves us with one final thought. What hidden gems are sitting in your own tech graveyard, just waiting for a revival? Think about it. Is there an old PC out in the garage that's literally just a RAM upgrade and an SSD away from becoming an amazing homework station or a retro gaming rig? I highly encourage you to go take a look, do a little research, and just start tinkering. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today. Now go out there, grab a screwdriver, and I'll catch you in the next one.